Look, it wasn't my idea. I'm not the one that came up with it. I just felt something in my heart that said, hey, look, creativity is an addiction. And once I started understanding that, there was a better relationship with the inner core of the creative person versus the person on the outside that wanted to create everything but didn't know how to. Or he would stand there in judgment and it would interfere with everything that the inner core wanted. A lot of kind of deep talk, but I'll tell you what, creativity is an addiction. It doesn't matter what your career is, it is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Something just occurred to me. Something that's entered my heart because for the past, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years, I've said that creativity is an addiction. And the reason why I've said that is because you're waking up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You're taking how much melatonin to try to sleep? But that active mind of yours is endlessly creating thoughts, putting you in places where you don't need to be, and you begin to question who you are as a regular person. But something just hit me just a couple seconds ago. In the process of saying that creativity is an addiction, another side stepped in. What would happen if I started saying creativity is the gift? Wow, that changes everything. But it still doesn't allow you to sleep in the middle of the night. What are you going to do at 3:30 in the morning when your eyes pop open and you've got those evil thunderstorms going through your soul? Are you supposed to say, well, creativity is the gift. Thank you so much. I receive it. I'm mindfully present. I am grateful. I don't know. But I just thought we would plant that and we're going to grow from it. Because I still believe it is an addiction and you treat it as such and you learn to sit down with each other, that inner soul and the outer being, and you create a path. You listen to each other. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Choice. This is what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day. And today we're reading from February 24th, 2023. An interesting night last night. My brother Terry and I spent a few moments together having a conversation. This is a very rare moment. Our personal relationship hasn't been the perfect picture or Disney movie. But we're at that point in life where time has graciously put the two of us on a path of reality and not a self-driven, very protective journey that can't be bent due to big egos and set ways. Our family, while we were growing up, was one of those typical American families, yours, mine, and ours. That's what divorce does, and it also means that's what marriage does. Yours, mine, and ours. Your kids, my kids, our kids. In the world of yours, meaning my mother, Terry and I are blessed to still be present. But he's pulling the big brother card in ways that lean more on scolding rather than holding. My family is not different from others, and I think that's where we can relate here. And we need to talk more about what it's really like to be in this modern family. Nobody taught my sister Susan how to be a caretaker for 3 people, not just 1, but 3. I've been with caretakers who have been with 1 family member, and I know what it's done to the mind, body, and soul. My sister Susan went 3 before she was called back home. I did everything to listen to her because she was so protective of my mother, my father, and my brother Teddy. But nobody ever showed us the way. We learned it along the way. Terry and I, maybe we're just a little more open with our emotions, staying clearly away from what we don't want to associate with, which is not a healthy walk. I don't promote distance when it comes to family. The march has got to be an avenue of togetherness. What I envisioned from that conversation last night was that my father, Teddy, and Susan were all having dinner last night. And my brother Teddy probably said, hey, what if the 40 plus years of silence that those 2 little knuckleheads have been going through and putting themselves through, what if we ended it? And maybe they got along. Maybe. We don't have to go into the Bible to talk about how brothers have fought. We don't have to go to an episode of the Brady Bunch to see how Daddy Mike Brady and Carol would handle Greg and Bobby and Peter. It happens not only in my family, but it happens in your family. And I invite you to find that one string of peace, that mustard seed of hope. It's there. In this life of yours, my brother and I are the only ones left. Let's all grow together. And I will be transparent with you as this is happening. I'm Arroe, and that's what I was writing while the sun was waking up on a brilliant new day.